Problem number 25 on this part, or worksheet 2, is we've got to find the cosine. And the cosine of, in this case, 30 degrees. Okay? So, in essence, I'm going to look at the triangle, the unit circle, right? And the unit circle says that there is a triangle right here at 30 degrees, right? And that triangle is a 30-degree triangle with a 1 here, right? That short side is 1. The longest side, or the hypotenuse, is 2. And the middle, medium, was square root 3. Now, we got to look at this and go, oh, okay, this is a positive direction, so this is positive 1. Right is positive, so that's a positive square root 3, right? And the distance is always positive, so the hypotenuse is always positive. So we're good. This is our numbers. So we just have to think about cosine. And cosine is what? Right? Okay? So it's the raven. Right? Come on, people. Okay. So then adjacent over hypotenuse. So I got to think from this side, here's the opposite. So the hypotenuse is always over here. So that means that this is the adjacent, right? So adjacent over hypotenuse would be the square root of 3 over 2. And that's your exact, right? Because it doesn't want rounded off. Hey, give me a decimal. It wants the exact number. Okay? So you got to come up with this. Square root of 3 over 2. Bam. Easy? Okay? I'm going to do one more. Because I like to make something difficult. So here's 27. Okay? So 27 has a problem very similar. It also wants you to do cosine. Okay? But in this case, you're going around 1, 2 and a half. So around 1, 2 and a half, and then a little bit more than a half. Okay? And it says how much more than a half? It's calling it 960. Okay? So just realize that at this point, we have 720, right? You did 2 circles. That's 720. And then we went another half circle. That's 180, right? So 180 is 720, gives me 900, right? 2.5 circles is a 900. So how much further do I have to go in order to get 960? So that would have to be a 60, right? So what we're talking about in this case is a reference angle of 60 degrees, right? Which means I'm talking about this triangle, right? Oops, I'm not talking about that triangle. I'm talking about this triangle, right? Because 60 degrees is here, 30 degrees is here, and this is 90, right? Now, it's still set up the same way. Okay? We still have 1 is our shortest side. 2 is our longest side. And 3, or we call it the hypotenuse, right? And the square root of 3 is that middle length, right? Or the longer leg. But in this case, we got to think what's going on here with this triangle. What is going on? Let's let's look at this triangle, more like this, right? What's going on with this triangle? Right? So in this direction, this is negative, right? So that means that this guy is negative. In this direction, it's negative, correct? Right? You see what I'm saying? So that means that this guy is negative. Okay? Now the distance is never negative, right? Because it's a distance between 2 points. We talked about that, right? Where it's the distance formula is equal to the square root of the difference of y's and added squares of x's, right? And so when we square this, that's a positive. When we square this, that's a positive, no matter what, right? And when we add two positives, we get a positive. When we take a square root of a positive, then the distance is positive. So it's always going to be positive. So the hypotenuse is going to be positive. What isn't necessarily positive are the sides of that triangle. Okay? So now we got to think about cosine. And cosine with respect to this. And cosine, so I need to know, well, this is opposite, right? OPP. Okay? This is hypotenuse, which means this is adjacent. Okay? And then I just need to know, what does cosine equal? Cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So I just put that in. Adjacent is -1, and the hypotenuse is 2. So we're talking about -1/2. Ta-da! And that's 27. Okay? So that's how you would do those problems of exactness. Using your unit circle. Okay? Your unit circle is just 30, 60, 90s and 45, 45, 45s. Okay? That's it. All right.